taking on Finau Hardick and the Jaguars. Another playoff rematch against the Jaguars, but this time, oh, Charlie Shelton should be back, but he's still on the IR. They haven't activated him. Edaug-Ethanb, their usual running back, or their staple running back for the last long while, isn't there anymore. He's now a Colt, so be interesting to see who his replacement is. Oh, it's Hardrick. Probably because if they say Hardick, it's got the naughty word in it. But I'm gonna call him Hardick because it's objectively a better name than Hardrick. Two rookies and Hardrick. It's amazing they got as far as they did. Yeah, Sean Chambers is taking over the running back duties there because Kevin Tepe is the backup running back for the Colts. But he's getting paid for a few years. How many carries did he have this year anyways? 109. And he's getting paid 5.72 million. Nolan Otto's still kicking around. What do you know? Don't rate his replacement or his replacement slash backup, though.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Houston beat Oakland. Not surprised by that outcome.
For a berth
Not surprised
in
by
the
that
AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded at the 8.
Alan Basher is still
And a good
around,
return as he'll be stopped just shy
and
of the
Philadelphia
30-yard
beat
line.
Detroit. That's pathetic,
So here's the first
Detroit.
drive now for the Jags.
I mean, Philadelphia
And leading
technically
them
has the
out
better
there,
record.
6'5"
Detroit's team is
quarterback.
better.
And what I'm looking
Here he
for from him
is,
today,
now Hardick.
the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon,
I'm sorry, Josh Elliott got robbed of a full sack there. I think that was Wilbur who got in on it. Wilbur stole half a sack.
They run a draw here on second down. And a
Right
short
into
pickup
Kenyatta
there,
Skinner,
so
who
he'll
was
take this
right
up
there to
right
prove
around
that.
the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Here we go!
They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And able to get this one all the way
Forgot to swap Darren Bush. I'll make sure to do that soon, hopefully. Or just forget to do it and swap it individually in every single game. One of the two.
On play action, they'll throw. Breaks through the contact. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because Most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it. Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's brought down just
He's injured,
inside
but
of
he
the
made a great
10 at
catch.
the 11. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Franklin Miles gets in on the sack harder
so
game.
quickly, Charles, what could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big third
Bate
down
had all the
play there
time
for
in the world.
Jags.
He made
41
the most of
yards.
it.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the
This
final
time Wilbur
play
gets
of
a
this
sack all
first
on his
quarter.
own.
But they
It'd
face
been
a
nice if
second and
he
long
had
to
Josh
start
Elliott
things
have
out.
his.
Let's go. 1-9.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Lang. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little back
Barely, I think,
yardage.
just prevented a
Nice job defensively
down
to
on
get
the
to him
1
and
yard
keep him
line
short of the
situ.
first.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
What was that throw, mate?
Second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Kodak that got injured. Now they got to turn to their unproven rookies. See how well these unproven rookies do, or if they'll even be back in. What?
Was hoping to make
What?
a play there on the return.
What? Oh, that's bullcrap. It's a fumble because it apparently, yeah, hit him right in the chest when he was trying to block. And I couldn't call a fair catch despite my efforts. Gotta be kidding.
It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
What were you doing, Sean McKinney?
This is knocked away and incomplete.
There's no free tuna if you stop there, dude.
Told me in the past, the biggest teaching point,
Gotta go to a restaurant to get the high-end expensive stuff.
play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Best Mikey T can offer you is cat tuna. That's probably the only thing they can. Actually, it's in a metal can, so I doubt it gets this maybe. So never mind.
Now for Pittsburgh, there's another first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Steelers defense making their way onto the field. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go!
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go!
On third down, it's Chambers, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a
God
throw
damn
off with
it.
the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Houston Texans who are not done yet as they knock off the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got one half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now Bush on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will.